Rapid City is celebrating a huge and important milestone. 150 years since their founding. It all started back in 1876 when travelers settled into the area looking for gold but were unsuccessful. In tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, Tyler Louder showcases the history of Rapid City through a new exhibit at the Journey Museum.
This new exhibit allows people to see a new perspective with items from the settlers. It also helps visitors understand how the current city layout came to be.
We have an exhibit that really celebrates the 150 years since the founding of Rapid City. They have artifacts from the founders, some great pictures, really telling the story about Rapid City's founding. And what's interesting is to see a lot of that really carry over into modern day. But this city was founded on vision, and its future will continue to thrive with vision.
Rapid City is known as the gateway to the Black Hills, as it was once a stop for travelers before heading into the hills in search for gold.
I often think of the old adage, the best way to get rich during the gold rush is selling picks and shovels, right? And that's the story of Rapid City and why it's here. And it's just been really interesting to see how the community has grown over the decades and centuries and really adapted. And Rapid City really has evolved to kind of meet the needs of all the people in the community and serve as this hub for the Black Hills that brings people together.
John Brennan was one of the first settlers and the city's first mayor, and several of his personal items are on display at the Journey Museum.
Artifacts on display that were actually used to lay out the town site of Rapid City. Founders were led by John Brennan. We have his pocket compass, as well as surveyor chain and his actual personal diary.
Well, just the firearms were different, the tools, the compass. Some of these things are still around in some effect today, but you see the evolution of technology, and obviously that'll continue to be the case. So that's what's fun about this exhibit here. We got to see that, see the tools they had to work with in order to lay out the original plat of Rapid City.
When Brennan and his group started to lay out the main square that is now known as downtown, their compasses were off, making downtown appear slanted on a map. These struggles, paired with other challenges residents had to overcome, provide lessons to grow as a city.
We have a lot to celebrate, a lot to observe and to commemorate, but we also have some warts along the way, some things that we're not so proud of. Let's take a look at those items, those situations and those issues as well. And that's how we grow as a community. That's how we can become a better community when we learn from our past.
These historic items show the progress made over the years on how the city has developed through changes.
To be able to connect really with both its history and its people by learning more about those stories, where we came from as a town, what was here before settlement, and I think it's all really important for the community to come closer together for that.
Sometimes we might think the things that we're using today, laptops or 10, 20 years ago might have been a handheld calculator, right? We might not think of that as anything special, but it's not necessary for us to make that call, right? So it's important for museums to collect those artifacts and preserve them so that people 100 or 150 years from now can have that connection and understand where they came from too.
While the people of today might not be helping travelers in their hunt for gold, the evolution into a tourist destination remains the same. With Eye on KELOLAND, I'm Tyler Louder.
As the town reflects on its growth over the last 150 years, officials and residents say they look forward to finding new ways to move the city forward in the next 150 years.